Hello and welcome to Connected episode 212. It is brought to you this week by our sponsors, Pingdom, Casper, and Hover. My name is Stephen Hackett, and I'm joined, as always, by two of my very best buddies. I have Myke Hurley here. Myke, how are you?
I'm feeling even better now.
It's good. What about you, Federico? You feel good?
I feel normal, I would say, on a TG scale. So yeah, between normal and good. So yeah, overall thumbs up. Mm-hmm.
So you're in the sort of the green zone.
Yeah,
I
I'm in the green zone. Yeah,
I have some scale stickers right here
for reference,
that we're going to give out
right.
soon. Yeah,
right.
for reference.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm on the TG scale. I'm a pretty solid between decent and normal. I'm a little sick, so my voice hurts a little bit. It's hot in here in my office, but I'm glad I'm with y'all, so it's not inferior. So I'm decent, normal, somewhere in there.
Okay, good.
What about you, Myke? Where are you?
I'm going to say on the scale today that I'm probably good.
Okay.
I mean, good.
Good.
You know, good to good plus, but like good, at least good.
It's like good and a half, basically. That's
Yeah.
Good 0.5. You know when you go to the doctor's office, right? And it's like they have the pain scale, and it's like, which frowny face do you feel like today?
I hate that because I hate that. Like, I hate that thing because I don't know, like, faces or like colors and stuff, they just don't equate to pain. Like, I hate
Right.
that thing.
Imagine when Jeremy Birch goes to the doctor and they hand him like the smiley scale, and it's like, no, this cut point is wrong and this emoji is wrong.
They just show him emoji and he's like, oh, is that version 7?
Sir, what is the Unicode cut point for your pain?
So I agree with y'all. It's sort of a crummy scale. So what we are doing today is calling upon all medical professionals to replace that with Tichy scale. So if you're a doctor or a nurse or
It's a terrible idea.
or somebody working in the medical field, and you replace that with a Tichy scale sticker, please send us a picture and make sure you have good insurance.
I don't want to be involved in this. I would
fine.
like to exclude myself from this narrative that I've not wanted to be a part of since 2004.
I feel like the Tichy scale is a completely non-scientific method, but also it's relatable. Like, people understand it at an emotional level, even though it shouldn't be used in any medical profession or nuclear testing facility. You know, those kind of jobs shouldn't be used.
This radiation leak is
shouldn't be
nightmare.
used there, but people can understand it. Like, there's an empathy going on with the Tichy scale. That's why people love it.
So maybe not like medical professionals, but like therapists. That's what we're saying now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that either.
This is getting worse. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Emoji is a huge topic today. We're going to play a game with emoji in a little while. But we have some follow-up at the beginning of the show.
Some truly best I love you follow-up.
Yes. So as of this recording, I'm looking at the page right now. We have raised $66,210 for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you to each and every one of you who's donated. If you have, I know lots of people have shared this on their own podcast and on Twitter and on Facebook and everywhere else. It means the world to us to see St. Jude benefit from the generosity of our community. So thank you.
Best people.
Best people. That is best I love you follow up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving from something that makes my heart happy to something that makes Federico's heart happy.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with the heart rate app on the watch?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I regret to inform you that I was wrong last week.
Whoa.
Yes. What? Well, you know, I'm still new to watchOS. I still feel like whenever I open the watch app on my phone, like it feels like I'm discovering something new every week. There's a way to check your heart rate recovery in the dedicated heart rate app on the watch. In fact, it's even better than what you get in the Siri face. After a workout, you just need to open the heart rate app, scroll all the way to the bottom. There's a small widget type of thing, like a small card at the bottom that shows you your recovery in real time after a workout. So especially if you have something like an external sensor connected, like a Polar H10, you will see in real time the BPMs hopefully go down after a workout. That's the goal, at least. That's how hearts should work. And yeah, this is so much better than just switching to the Siri face and waiting 2 minutes, because you can just open the heart rate app, scroll to the bottom, and see over the course of 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, what happens to your BPM value. So thank you everyone for sending in this comment and this correction. This is actually really useful, and I discovered a bunch of details of the heart rate app that I was not aware of. It's actually a pretty decent utility. I mean, I was using the heart rate just to measure my heart rate from like a complication, but there's a whole list of features that you can access if you open the standalone app, which is now in my dock on the Apple Watch. So there you go.
I think it's interesting. I have it open now, and this is common in watchOS apps just because the screen is so small. Like, it's not always immediately clear what's available to you until you start like swiping or tapping or force pressing around. And again, like, that's fine. The watch is small, but I feel like anytime I spend time in a watchOS app, I'm always sort of surprised. I'm like, oh, it does that too. I wasn't aware of it. Like, so I don't know what could be done about that to make this more discoverable, but I'm glad it's there. Like you said, it's super important if you're tracking during a workout to see how that recovery rate, how that falls off. So I'm pleased that you were pleased with it.
Mm-hmm. Are you pleased, Myke?
I'm pleased that Federico is pleased. I'm pleased that Stephen is pleased, that Federico is pleased.
Nice. We're all pleased. That's good to know. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So up next, we have a couple links in the show notes. Really interesting, in-depth blog posts by the team behind the iPhone photo app. I'm going to say Halide. I say hard I makes sense to me.
I think it's French also. Holiday.
Oh, is it?
That's... No, it's
really?
really not.
Or are you
it's
just...
really not. I'm just trolling Steven.
God, come on. However you say it. So they have a blog post about the hardware and the software. You should read them both. It's really fascinating to see how much Apple is doing in this camera that's new. And it, like we spoke last week, it makes the fact that they talked so little about it on stage even more baffling to me. Like, there was so much they could have spoken about, and they just didn't. And, I've been using my 10S Max a lot more to take pictures the last couple of days. I'll have a link in the show notes to a photo I took on Instagram, and I didn't do any filtering or anything. This is just straight off the camera to Instagram, and it is of some like bulldozers and stuff on my street. And what blew me away is between the leaves on the trees, you can see really blue sky. And most previous iPhones would probably have blown that out, and like it looks sort of hyper real for a photo, which I still struggle with a little bit, but it's how it looks to the human eye. And I think that the iPhone has given up some of its neutrality it had in the past to make something that's sort of like more realistic. So like this picture is really nice looking, and I think I am definitely coming around to how the Max and the 10S takes photos, but it's been an adjustment period for me, like we spoke about. But I was really pleased with this picture. Like, you look in the shadows, and like it's just the HDR did a really good job in this photo to pull out details and stuff that it would have lost, I think, in the past. So go check out this blog post.
Those blog posts will also kind of talk about, remember, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks, just like the selfie camera seem like it's doing something that's smoothing. And it's still, I still think the jury's out on it a little bit as to why this is happening, or like what decisions were made that led to this happening. But it seems like it's something to do with low lighting and the way that the phone's trying to smooth out distortion. Is that right? Like it's kind of, and the effect is that it looks like people's faces are getting smoothed. And they kind of are, but that phone's trying to do something like that. But it's not a case of like the phone is applying a beauty filter to you, but it's just a result of what they're doing with the HDR stuff in the camera. Is that right? Am I following it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that sums it up. And there's an argument that maybe they could tweak that in the future to help minimize that effect. But all in all, I'm definitely coming around to how these pictures look.
I still think,
All right.
and I don't mean to be like a conspiracy theorist or anything. I still think that they have to be, the people at Apple, they have to be pretty much aware of what these pictures look like before releasing the iPhone. And
Yes.
while it was not labeled as a beauty filter, and of course maybe it was not done intentionally, I mean, you gotta notice the differences.
I genuinely think that they have tuned it in some way, and however they've decided to ship it, they're like, we like what this does, or we think people are going to like what this does, and they shipped it. It wasn't the case of like, we're going to try and make this camera make people's selfies look better, but as a result of everything else that they did, this happened, and they were kind of like, okay. Because I saw it like on the first selfie that I took, right? People would have tested that, right? So,
It's not a surprise.
So last week, I challenged you both to buy PopSockets for your 10s Maxes. Now, I am very, very confident that Federico did not do this because he was so against it. He's being so close-minded about the whole thing. And he just flat out refused, it seemed, on the show. So, Federico, I'll be very impressed if you're going to surprise me here.
I couldn't buy one because I ran out of money.
Oh, that's such a shame. Are you doing okay over there? Is everything okay?
We bought our last meal and then we just ran out of money. I was like, man, I cannot buy that PopSocket.
They have to eat the HomePods now.
That's such a shame that you ran out of money at like such an opportune time, I suppose.
Yeah. It was really unfortunate. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about
it's
that.
It's fine.
I hope that you're going to be okay. But Stephen, I know that you did buy a PopSocket, and I am very intrigued as to what you think about it.
Here it is.
Isn't it a great fidget toy?
It is. So I have it on the back of the Apple leather case. Just for sake of visualization, I bought one with a print of the moon on it. So I have a black leather case and the moon on it. Looks kind of nice. I am torn. I 100% see the benefits of it. It does make the phone easier to use. Like this morning, I wanted to watch a YouTube video while I was eating breakfast. There's something I wanted to finish up in preparation for another show. And I could just sit my phone up with a little PopSocket, like a little kickstand, and watch what I needed to watch. It was some old NASA footage. And that's all pretty great. It's, I have it moved down from where I had it originally. I think originally I had it kind of too high on the back of the phone, but it's where I've got it now I'm happy with. But as you predicted, I do not like that it makes wireless charging effectively impossible. You can kind of line it up just right, but I've been plugging it in.
It's less than ideal for wireless charging.
Less than ideal. But it also just adds bulk to a phone that's already pretty bulky. And for someone who normally doesn't carry the phone in the case, I'm also stuck with a case with this thing because I didn't want to stick it right to my brand new, very expensive phone. So I think where I'm going to end up with it is I generally when I'm just around the house or, I'm at home or work, my phone is caseless. But I always put my phone in a case when I travel or when I'm out, doing something like out, exercising or I'm out in an event with the kids or that sort of thing where just like it's way more prone to the, being in and out of my pocket in a way that's more accident friendly, more accident prone. So I'm going to leave it on the case and I will use it when I have the case. So I like it, but yeah, I think mainly because I'm not a case guy, I don't like the bulk and that sort of hampers it for me a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy that you tried it. I actually think that you like it more than I thought you were going to like it, which is a surprise to me. But I'm very pleased that you did try it. I will say that I'm not the only person that uses these now. I've also convinced Gray. So, like on the most recent episode of Cortex.
Hey, spoilers!
In case you need more convincing, because I think people think that I do wild things, right? They just think, oh, you can't trust what Myke does. He does crazy things, right? Well, Gray does it now too, if that's of any more help to you. So you can listen to the most recent episode of Cortex and you can hear Gray's thoughts on PopSockets. I think that they're very good. And Federico, the next time I see you, I'm going to make you use one for an extended period of time.
You're going to give me money to buy one?
Yep, I'm going to give you some money so you can buy one.
trade iPhone cases, right? Like if it's attached to the case, then... And I don't know what sort of adhesive they use, but I feel like I could lift a building.
3M. It's a 3M adhesive.
I could lift a building by this PopSocket, I feel like.
Yep. You can reapply them. Like, you can take them off and reapply them.
Yeah, I adjusted mine down about half an inch, and that was definitely helpful.
Sometimes you have to apply a bit of water. I've learned if you want it to stick again. But like
fire.
I'm still using the same one that I used on my previous phone, and it's stuck on there.
I did have an interesting conversation with a family member about this, who thought that it was sort of silly to like have a phone so big you needed another product to make it easier to hold.
Yeah, people say that to me, and I think that that's nonsense. Like, it's not about that. Like, I like it because it makes it easier, but it's not impossible. And plus, like, I understand why people take that tact with it. It's like, oh, if you need that, then you shouldn't have a phone that big. But the point is, I want the phone that big, and now I found a way that I can use it more easily. So isn't that for the best? Like, that just seems like the best of all worlds to me.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
We need to just take a second, because you will have heard us talk in the past. I think, mate, was it last week we spoke about the fact that we were in... What was it last week? It was a video for the Apple Watch, right? Like, we just snuck in. There was this, like, there was a video on Twitter that Apple Support had shared, and you could see this, like, carousel of podcasts, and you could see our logo just sneaking away in there. Well, two things have happened over the last week. Now there is a second Apple Support video, like a GIF about using watchOS 5, where we are featured prominently in that. Like, very clearly you could see the connected logo in a little GIF that they made. I will also say it is interesting that they say, as Kyle's the Great pointed out, the tweet is podcast listener, yoga lover, and power user. That's me, right? They're talking about me, because I have all those things now. I do yoga now, so I think they're talking about me. But maybe even more impressively, Steven's made it to the K-Base. You've done it.
That's right. I labeled this on 512 Pixels K-Base Article of the Year, which is an honor that I bestow very carefully
upon yourself.
You're just giving the prize to yourself.
Yeah.
Well, and to the two of you.
Okay.
You're just as much part of the show as I am, as the three of us together.
It's not a prize I was looking for.
So I will cut the prize into three, and we'll each get a segment of it.
What's the prize? What's the prize? Do we get like a slice of your website? Is that like
slice of
I want
PopSocket?
I want the 512 to be like the $1 million page where I get like 1 pixel on your page. Is your page made of 512 pixels actually? I feel like there should be an area of your website which is like a sidebar or like a box which is made of 512 pixels. And you can donate, and you can sell each one of those pixels to people. And because I now own a third of the price, I should have a pixel for free. I mean, wow. I'm in bargaining mood today.
Yeah,
you are.
I can't argue with that legal mastermind that you're walking around with all the time. So. So we're part of, this is a K-Base article. I define that as an article at support.apple.com, but this is part of the Apple Watch user guide, which feels even more important than just a regular K-Base article, which of course is very important. This is about how to play podcast on Apple Watch, because Apple refuses to use English when it talks about its products. So play podcast stored on Apple Watch, play podcast from iPhone. Then you scroll down to play podcast from your library, and right there, is connected episode 201 and episode 200. One of those, I believe, is just me and John Voorhees, I think. you guys missed 201, I think.
Oh, man! Why'd they do that?
No, Federico's on 201.
That's good.
See, 200.
200
was me,
John and Casey.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Why did you say that? Cut this from the show.
Everything's ruined now.
You should beep this when you say.
What's actually happened is they skipped 200. They were like, bleh, and then they went straight to 201.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, they're playing 201. So he was almost in the world's greatest K-Base article, but didn't quite make it. So this is really cool. Thank you, whoever out there is doing this.
I don't know why it's happening. I'm so happy, but it's like people's like, oh, how? Like, I don't know. I have no idea why this has happened, why it continues to happen. It is very surreal. and wonderful. But I don't know what's going on.
And this will be our show art forever.
Forever.
We'll never
You can
change it.
Never change it.
Never change it. It is the same. For now and forever. Okay, so we have a lot more to talk about. We have iOS 12.1. We have a request from Michael. We have some shortcut stuff. But first, Myke, do you want to tell us about our first sponsor?
Pingdom, the company who make website performance monitoring super easy. Everybody loves a fast website, and Pingdom are helping to keep your favorite sites online. Netflix, Amazon, Spotify, Slack, Relay FM. These are just some of the companies who trust Pingdom to take care of their website monitoring. Because websites are really complicated. But with Pingdom, you can monitor any part of your website. So stuff like user registrations or logins or checkouts, or just the full page like availability. So you can know if there are any problems with any of these little independent things that are going on. And so you can fix them. If disaster strikes, you'll be the first to know that something's broken because Pingdom will tell you. Pingdom care about your users having the smoothest site experience possible, which is why they have a bunch of amazing tools that will allow you to optimize things and fix things where stuff goes wrong. It's super easy to get started. All Pingdom needs is your URL, and they'll take care of the rest. That's it. So go to pingdom.com/relayfm, and you can get a 14-day free trial with no credit card required. Then when you sign up, use the code CONNECTED at checkout, and you will get a huge 30% off your first invoice. Our thanks to Pingdom for their support of this show and Relay FM. So, the iOS 12.1 beta came out. One of the things that it is fixing is a story that somehow kind of mostly passed me by, that there is a charging problem with the XS. Is that right? There's like something going on where there is a percentage of phones that if you plug them in, they don't start charging until you turn on the screen. It's a very weird software bug. And one of the things coming in 12.1 is a fix for this. I'm surprised that they have not pushed this fix sooner in like a 12.0.1 update. If it is something that seems to be actually happening, because 12.1 is multiple weeks away, I would expect. But that's something that apparently is going to be fixed. I think everyone can agree the most important thing in 12.1 is the 70 new emoji that Apple is bringing out. There is a lot of new emoji and a lot of new emoji variations. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes to Emojipedia's breakdown of all of these new emoji, so you can go for yourself and see what they're all about. There's lots of very interesting ones, but we are going to play a game today that Federico wanted to play. And there is 70 new emoji. There is an image that is going to be in our show notes. I'm sure that Stephen has put this as a chapter art, right?
Sure.
So you can look at your phone right now and you'll be able to see it. But it's also going to be, there is a link in the show notes called Every New Emoji in iOS 12.1 in case you want to play along at home. So what we're going to do is Federico is going to try and guess the names of these emoji, just what he thinks they are called. I have the actual list up here. I am going to say if he is right or not, and we'll say what they are actually called. And Stephen, will you score this?
Sure. So I'm gonna mark. I'll have two columns. I'm gonna get my notebook. I'll have one column that says correct, and then I have another column that says incorrect, and I'll just tally as we go through, and we'll see how we get. Now, does he get one guess? Can you help him? Like, how do
I need to get the exact definition of the
I think we can decide all of these rules as we begin playing the game.
Perfect.
Right? I feel like you're not going to get any of them, some of them. You're barely going to get any of them completely correct, I think, because the Unicode labeling for emoji is very strange sometimes. Like the way that they some stuff is like weirdly descriptive. So I don't think you're going to get them all, but we can work it out together. I think that will be the right way to do it.
Okay.
So we'll start from the top left and move along kind of row by row. So we are playing a very interesting visual game on a podcast. This is new ground for us all.
All right, so this guy right here, there's a smiling face with 3 hearts. So this little dude's got lots of love to share. I want to say smiley face with lots of love. Actually, smiley face. No, smiley face with 3 hearts.
Nailed it. I was really worried there for a
Really?
second because you said smiling face with 3 hearts. Oh no, smiling face with a lot of love. The emoji name is smiling face with 3 hearts. That is the name.
Smiling face with 3 hearts. Okay.
I am
Correct.
going to use this one all the time.
Yeah.
All the time I will use this one. This is a great emoji because I like the ones that have the hearts on them, like the hearts in eyes and stuff, but that's a little bit too kind of like romantic, I think, you know, like there's like a love element to this, but like smiling face with 3 hearts around him, it's like, oh, I'm so thankful for this. You know, I'm going to use this one a lot, I think. So.
All right. Next up, so right here we have the first problem. I have no idea what this stands for.
Yeah, it's another good one though. It's a
Okay.
red face with a tongue out, and it's like
What's
a
that? Is
water
it,
droplet.
is that a... Okay, so let me get... All right, so this could be... So in Japanese sort of manga tradition, that's not like... I don't think it's crying. It's more... Is it sweat? Or is it like... Is it crying?
Can't tell you.
Why is it red? Is it red because it's not angry? Because he's like seems sad. He's exhausted probably. Is it exhausted because it's hot? Oh yeah, it's next to the cold. So this is the hot face. This
Hot
is
face, he got it.
really
Hot face,
hot face.
he got it.
Oh, nice. So
2
the
for
next
2,
one,
Federico.
so the next one is cold face.
No, it's free. No, it's cold face.
Cold
it's like
face.
some no,
Right.
cold face, cold face.
Okay,
hot
so-
face and cold face, good additions.
I have a lot of questions about cold face, about the icicles forming.
Yeah,
Out of
that's
his
terrifying. Like
Well, my only assumption is like this person was drooling before. It was-
It froze.
or is being frozen a long time, and that face is actually dead and paralyzed like that.
oh,
For
damn.
for
That's
for
dark.
water
Or
to freeze like that.
It's the first branded emoji. It's Mr. Freeze.
Who's Mr. Freeze?
It's a terrible Batman movie.
No idea.
That one.
All right. So
Next.
well, I don't know. There's a little party hat, and the thing that you stick in your mouth and makes a noise. I don't know what the name of the thing is.
What is that called?
There's like,
Like a- Yeah. Party
party tongue.
thing. What are they called? I don't know what they're
I'm going to
called.
Google party tongue.
Google paper
noticed.
party
Nope,
tongue.
nope.
We should have seen that one coming. It's like a streamer, right? What are they called?
Giant. I don't know. Giant
Party
Google
streamer.
paper
mouth.
tongue.
Party horn or party blower, according to
Party
Wikipedia.
blower.
Party blower. Because
yeah.
it's like it makes a
Yeah.
sound, you know?
That's not what it was back in my day.
How is that sound again?
It sounds like a cow.
Party time, everyone.
All right. So what do you think? What do you think this emoji's name is?
Party face. No.
It's called partying face. So this is right.
Partying.
I feel like that is fine. We can give
Yep.
him that one.
All right.
You're doing
Agreed.
good, Federico.
Okay,
I do
thanks.
think, though, that we have...
Just wait.
Of that top line, that might be like the most descriptive, but all right. It's going to get maybe a bit
All right,
harder now.
So this one I'm gonna get wrong. I have no idea what this emoji is doing. It seems
Yeah.
seems like it's
It's-
a tipsy face. You know, the cheeks are a little red, and he has this face that looks like a little too much to drink maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm gonna go with how would Apple describe it though, or the Unicode Consortium describe it? Like they wouldn't say drunk face, or
Right, because this is the thing. Everyone knows it's drunk face.
this is drunk
Right?
face, right?
Like, we can
Um,
all agree that that's what it is, but what did Unicode call it? That's the problem.
Maybe inebriated face, or
Come on, you got to choose. You got to go with something. You got to say what your
tipsy
guess is. What's
face.
your guess?
Tipsy face.
All right, that is a good guess. It is woozy face.
Woozy.
Woozy is the term that they're using, right? It's like,
Right.
oh, it could just mean someone who's sleepy. No, this is the drunk face. So you didn't get that one.
Drunk. Okay. Woozy face. So this one, the next one I know, because Jeremy, the CEO of Emoji, just Emoji,
creator
not
of
Emoji
Emoji.
Big Yet. He's the chief of Emoji. he told me on Twitter. So I described it as the puppy eyes emoji. He
Yep.
told me it's the pleading face emoji.
Yep, pleading face.
So
That's correct.
pleading face. All right, next one. Guy with the mustache, red hair. So red-haired man.
We'll go with that. Man, comma, red-haired.
Mad. Okay. All right.
But that counts. It's just, I think that's fine.
Woman, red hair is the next one.
Correct. Correct.
Then we have man, curly hair.
Correct.
Woman, curly hair.
Correct.
The next one looks like Mr. Clean without the mustache. I don't know. A man, bald, and
Correct.
and the next one, woman, bald.
Correct.
All right. So we have old man. Is that what it is? Old man, or is it like albino man? Oh man, I'm not sure. What is this supposed to mean? Like the white hair? I don't know. Man old? Man
Incorrect.
Man, oh,
Incorrect.
What is
Man,
it?
white-haired.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows it's an old man.
You've just gone through a whole string of gender
And hair color.
description of hair. Like, this one was there for you.
All right. So the next one is woman, white hair. Then we have a woman superhero.
Correct.
And man superhero.
Correct.
What's the next one? It looks like I gotta zoom in on this thing. It looks like a Venice Carnival mask.
Computer enhance.
What is this? It's like is this some kind of Batman Marvel thing that I'm not familiar with? Like these superheroes that you guys watch on the TV?
Yeah, like Star
You
Wars.
think that they have chosen a specific
Is this
superhero?
a Star Wars?
Yeah, this is Star Wars. Star Wars woman. You got it.
No, okay. Woman. What is this? Villain is the opposite of a superhero.
Is that what you're going with?
Yes.
All right. It's woman supervillain. That counts.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you. Then man supervillain.
Correct.
Now I feel like this is where it gets really descriptive. So there's a leg.
I hate this emoji.
Okay.
So much.
It looks
I hate this one.
super creepy. It's like it's like a leg, without the rest of the body, just like it's a disembodied leg. I feel like they wouldn't just call it leg, so something like upright leg with knee at a 30-degree angle is probably too much. So just upright leg is my
Wrong.
Oh no. Is it leg?
Leg.
No!
You overthought it.
So the next one is foot.
Correct. The next one is foot.
Okay. Next is what is this? What do you guys call this? Oh god, I know the Italian word. Okay, so this is a soap tablet. I'm not sure if English people call it a soap,
like a bar, like a bar of soap.
like a soap bar soap. A soap bar.
Is that what you want to call it?
Yes.
Wrong. Soap.
No. It's not soap. Soap is the one in the bottle. This is a.
That's liquid soap.
Nah. All right. Next is like this yellow. I don't know. This looks like it could either be a sponge because it's next to soap, or some kind of bread with seeds, with lots of seeds. Maybe it kind of looks. Sponge. It's a sponge.
Yeah, sponge.
Okay.
It's a sponge.
Yep.
It's a sponge. It's not bread with seeds.
Not bread with seeds, even though it's healthy
Not
for
bread
you.
with seeds.
I recommend
Yeah.
it. But
Some people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is bone.
Yes.
Bone. Okay. Tooth.
Correct.
An enormous tooth.
So big too. It's bigger than the bone.
Now,
Yeah.
what is this? Is some kind of doctor equipment. It's like goggles or visor. You know, the thing the doctors they put in front on your face when they need to do something disgusting on you, and they're afraid that it's gonna explode in their faces. what's it called? Like a lab mask is my answer.
It's always so heartbreaking when I hear you say the name of it and move away from it.
It's lab goggles.
Goggles.
Oh, well. Next.
That is just an update. We have 20 correct and 5 incorrect.
Okay.
Ooh. I feel like we're moving into the problem territory, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Some of these later ones.
There's a lot of things in there
Hold
that
on.
I am very confident you won't get.
Hold on.
So-
All right. So next up is this is a lab coat.
That is a lab coat.
Okay. Then we have so this is a shoe, but it's would you call it a shoe or would you call it like a boot?
Well, I can't answer, can I?
No, you can't.
I know
I'm
the
just
answer,
thinking out loud.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you here, I'm looking for the correct description. I just want you to know that up front. I want a description.
It makes me suspicious because it's right next to a woman's shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say with man shoe. Man shoe.
No, it's a hiking boot. This is not...
Well, I don't
Man,
understand.
shoe, comma, man.
I don't understand. Like, do people actually go hiking? Is that something people
Yeah.
do?
Yes. Yes, that is a hiking shoe.
Interesting.
Like, that is a,
Interesting.
like, man and woman shoe.
I
That
own
is a hiking
shoes
shoe.
that look just like this.
I just thought that hiking was something that people like do in the movies. They don't actually do it for real.
No.
Like, I want to go hiking.
No, they
Why
do
would you go on a mountain?
People hike. People hike.
hike.
Yeah.
People do tons of interesting and strange
It's not
things.
necessarily up a mountain. A hike can be on flat ground. Like, it's just like a long,
Yeah.
purposeful walk through the wilderness. Yeah, but it's more. There's more to it than that. There's like a little bit more danger.
If I walk around, can I go on a hike around Rome?
No, I feel like it's got to be.
There's got to be some
outside of
nature
an-
around.
Yeah, not an urban area.
Yeah,
Is my personal
some
interpretation.
uneven surfaces. You know, some like trees to walk through, and you know that kind of thing.
Is that and that's like I don't know. I'm just trying to understand that. It's like is it like a recreational activity for people, or like a
Sure.
sport?
It's not like a race.
It's not. It's not a race. Okay.
Yeah, recreation, exercise, that sort of thing.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Next.
Next. All right. So this is a woman's shoe.
Is it though?
Is it though? Would they call it shoe?
I feel like you maybe have walked yourself into a problematic space.
This is
So-
yeah. I don't want to try I feel like I should move away from gender, and just say. So this is oh what do they call? Oh man, I should listen to my girlfriend more. There's a term
You
for
should.
this.
That's just a general piece of advice I'll give you.
This is this is shoe. This is just shoe.
You're going with just shoe.
Blue? No, not blue shoe.
Do you think that there are no other shoe emojis?
They probably are. So this
They
is
probably are,
what
right?
do they call it when it's like it doesn't have heels?
Well, I can give you the answer. Right?
No,
like
you
if
should.
you're asking me
no.
this question,
This is a flat shoe.
you're correct. It is a flat shoe.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yes, these are called flats. That's what they're
Oh,
called.
they're called flats.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
okay.
we're moving into some animals here.
All right, animals.
So I'm very keen to see what happens in this little segment.
All right. So this one is the thing that Americans are always like. I remember Kevin Rose from Dig.
Kevin Rose threw
throwing.
one down a staircase. Yep.
That's exactly
This
it.
is a
This animal.
raccoon.
That is
Yep.
a raccoon.
All right.
Mike, can you put that in the show notes, please? That video for people.
Of course I can.
So the next one. What's the difference between the llama and the alpaca? But I feel like this is a llama. This is a
You are correct. It is a llama.
okay.
I think alpacas have more like fluffy fur. around them,
probably,
I think.
probably. right.
Llama versus alpaca.
I am confused though because the next one is a
Whoa! A llama is twice the size of an alpaca. That's
Really?
the difference. Llamas are huge.
interesting.
Either llamas are huge or alpacas are tiny.
Yes. There you sit one on your desk.
Speaking of size, so the next one is the hippopotamus. If that's
That
the
is
English
correct.
name.
And I love the way you say that word.
How do you say that? Because I know that I'm getting. How do English?
No,
people...
you're not. It's just the vowel sounds are different. It's just hippopotamus. But like it just sounds so much more beautiful when you say it.
But it looks tiny compared to the next one, which is the kangaroo.
Well, that is the problem. Or this is maybe another thing which is saying about how big llamas are, right?
Exactly. So the hippo is the same size of the raccoon. So either raccoons are terrifyingly huge, or this hippo has a problem.
It's a tiny hippo.
It's a nano hippo.
Yeah.
So the next one is the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, this animal right here, I'm pretty sure that I've never seen one of these in Italy or in real life.
They only exist in emoji.
It reminds me of the meme that the honey badger don't care thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with the badger.
You are correct.
That's
Nice.
incredible.
Nice.
Now, we're about halfway through at this point, I think, right? But we've got a little over half. It's a little under halfway through. Stephen, do you want to give an update on the score? And then we're gonna take a break so you can just take a quick look over these, Federico, so you can maybe try and put some thoughts into your mind. So where are we scored right now?
We are 27 correct and 6 incorrect.
Not too bad.
So I will say you are doing a lot better than I thought you were going to. So
Yes.
I'm very intrigued how the rest of this is going to unfold, because I think we're about to start getting into the potential problem areas. But so yeah, I'm intrigued to see how you're going to do with the rest of these, because you could still lose it if you got all the rest of them wrong, I think. So we'll see. And today's episode is brought to you by Hover. Building your online identity has never been more important than it is today. With Hover, you can find a domain name that shows everyone what you're most passionate about. You could be passionate about how many pixels there are on a computer screen, and then you may get yourself 512 pixels as your domain. You could be passionate about the stories that Macintoshes can tell you. These are some of the domains that my friends here have purchased because they were the things that they cared about. And in all seriousness, like, these are names that represent something that means something to them in technology. So you can go to Hover and then you can get a domain name for the thing that you care about. That a domain name can tell a story. It can give somebody an idea of exactly what they're going to be seeing on the website. Like it is all about what you want to put out into the world, and that is what Hover can do for you, because they have over 400 domain extensions that you can choose from. So it's never been easier to brand yourself online. There's a lot of choices there to help you find the perfect domain name for you. And you're in safe hands because Hover offer the best-in-class customer support. They have an incredible team of people that don't want to upsell you. They just want to get you what you need when you need it. And you can even grab a personalized email that matches your domain to help keep everything consistent. Domain names are not just about websites. They are also important for email addresses too. And maybe that's what you're looking for with your next domain name. Let's say that you're a designer or some other type of creative person. You could grab a .design domain name instead of something like a .com or a .biz. By using .design, one, you're telling everyone exactly what they're going to expect, and two, there are going to be a lot more like domain options available to you. There's a lot more words that haven't been registered in .design that would have been registered in .com. And now for the best part, and a great reason why you might want to do this, all .design domains are on sale for the entire month of October at Hover, so you can grab one for just $5.99, which is a huge 85% off your first year and half the price of a .com domain at just $5.99. So stand out and build your online identity with the perfect domain name for you or your business. New customers can get 10% off any of the 400 plus domain extensions offered by Hover just by going to hover.com/connected. That is hover.com/connected to get yourself 10% off. And don't forget, you can get .design domain names for just $5.99. Our thanks to Hover for their support of this show and Relay FM. All right, so
Okay.
we have probably another animal here. Do you want to give it a go? What is this thing?
This is a swan.
It is a swan.
Okay.
It is a swan.
Next up is peacock.
You are correct again, Federico.
Then we have so this is a bird, but I feel like it more specifically it's a parrot,
Is that going to be your final answer? You're going to go with parrot?
or is it tropical bird? No, it's not a parrot. It's not parrots are. I feel like if Apple were to do a parrot, it would have been like red with tons of like feathers and that kind of stuff.
Like a more
Like
stereotypical one.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Bird. No, they
I
have.
just want to let you know real quick. I'm not particularly trying to lead you in the right way here. I'm doing like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type thing, you know?
No. This is a parrot.
It is a parrot.
Nice.
This man knows his birds.
It's one
Most
thing.
certainly do.
I would never have said parrot for that. Like,
What?
no way. I wouldn't have
parrot.
said that was a parrot. I would have said something like tropical bird or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I agree. Like, I'm surprised they didn't go a
Yeah.
little bit more kind of like cartoony,
Yeah,
stereotypical with that one.
The red and blue feathers
And the yellow,
yellow,
like the big plumage, like a big thing.
It's
yeah.
well,
Mhm.
he's an iOS 7 bird. You know, he's a little restrained.
This is the Johnny Ive parrot.
Less skeuomorphic.
No fun. No fun parrot. Lobster is the next one.
Correct.
Now, this is...
I hate this one.
It's
I
terrifying.
hate it. I hate it
hate
in
it.
real life. I think they're useless. Please don't email me if you done research on these things. I don't care. They're useless. I hate them. They have no place on planet Earth. This is a mosquito.
That is correct. Did you know that Bill Gates once let mosquitoes out in a TED Talk? You familiar
Yes.
with this?
Oh my
Yep.
god!
That's like
Really?
a whole big thing.
He was talking about malaria, I think.
Yep.
Which is spread by mosquitoes, and he cut loose a bunch of mosquitoes in a room. And the thing that I'm concerned about here is that the mosquito and the lobster are both as tall as the llama, and
Llama.
that's horrifying.
Yep. Let's pretend the mosquito doesn't exist. So
Okay.
now, what is this?
The,
Yeah, exactly. What
This
is
may
this?
be the hardest one, or second hardest one, maybe.
So initially, I thought this is some kind of like cell, like type of thing, like molecule type of emoji.
Yeah, we should describe it because it's hard to picture it.
It's
I think so.
It's a green type of like sphere or green.
It's like a ball,
like a
green ball
with what look like
golf tees.
like tiny funnels growing out of the ball.
Nice.
Plus holes, which is interesting.
Yeah. I think the holes at the top of the funnels.
Oh, it could be the top of the funnels.
Yeah.
So I would have said cell, but also I could see some kind of weird fish being like this. You know?
What in the world? What kind of fish?
Are you thinking of like a puffer fish?
Is this okay? Is this weird fish the name?
What are you going with here?
Weird fish.
you really are gonna go weird fish?
I don't know what else to choose. It's I don't know, either weird fish or cell.
It is a microbe.
What is a microbe in general? Like what is,
It's a tiny, usually I believe, single
this is weird.
cellular organism.
This is weird fish. Everybody will know this is weird fish. This is one
A
of those.
microbe is a microscopic organism which may exist in its single-celled form or in a colony of cells. That is a completely useless description.
This is a useless emoji. This is much better as
Wow.
weird fish.
You just dissed all of science.
Yes.
in one
The
fell swoop.
description's terrible. It's like it is this or this and this or this. Like that is not a description of something. Bad description.
All right. Moving on. This is
Yep.
some kind of fruit.
Or
Oh,
a
you should
weird
get this one.
fish.
Or it's not a. There's a leaf. There's one side of the fruit that is ripe, and the other seems
Is that
like
a
it's
leaf
not.
or is it like a flipper? It's a weird fish.
I think so. I don't think. I don't think I ever. I don't think I ever had one of these in my life.
Okay.
I think it's a mango.
You are correct. Sir.
Nice.
It's a
Good
mango.
job.
That is very good.
Mangoes
Yeah.
are good.
I think I had mango
I've had
once.
mango, but I've never had a mango that looked like a mango, right? Like it's always cut up, right, or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I've never eaten it from like the
The mango
Skin.
plant.
What's the name of
Mango
the mango
factory.
plant? Mango tree? Is it called?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next up, this is lettuce
Is that your final answer?
or what do you call it? Salad? No, because the salad is when it's in a bowl and with stuff.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is lettuce. Yeah.
This one's gonna make you mad. You're not gonna like this. Leafy green.
Leafy green?
Leafy green.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's
I
called.
think
It's called leafy green.
lettuce is a type of leafy green. There are other
Yes, it
vegetables.
is.
This to
Like
me,
bok choy and stuff like that.
this to me
bok
looks
choy
like
to me.
looks like romaine lettuce,
Okay.
which has got long, skinny leaves like this. This is not a good name. I would have said lettuce, but
This
I
is
have
one
to-
of those like real difficult
Unicode names.
Yeah, leafy green.
So
Thanks, Jeremy.
Next up is the thing that Michael made me try for the first time 3 years ago in America. This is a bagel.
It is a bagel. I
It's a weird
forgot that it
fish.
was the first time you you did put sometimes weird fish on those.
Yeah.
Then we have salt.
We have salt next.
The next one I happen to know. I don't know why. Probably because Sylvia's sister used to study Chinese, and so one time I
Oh.
googled this stuff. This is mooncake.
That is mooncake.
Holy moly.
I have had mooncake.
Oh yeah, what's it taste like?
Dust.
It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice little cake. So, as described on Emojipedia, the round, golden brown pastry of a Chinese mooncake, a traditional delicacy and lunar symbol of the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Nice.
It's nice. So sometimes, typically has an egg inside.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's nice.
I was not expecting that. Then we have cupcake.
We do have cupcake.
Now, this is safari, but Apple
Yeah.
wouldn't call it safari. So I'm going to say this is... Well, it could be two things. It could be ugly icon, or
Oh.
it could be
damn.
compass.
Shots fired. Which are you going to go with?
Compass.
Weird fish.
Compass.
Compass. It is a compass. I have two comments on the compass emoji.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'm really surprised there wasn't one until
Yes.
now, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
for that reason, like I'm not even sure why it's been added. If it's got all the way to this like Unicode, what are we at 7 or something? It's got this far and there is no compass. And two, come on, Apple,
Yeah.
come on, the Safari logo, come on.
I mean, they make the phone and watch and computer emoji look like their products.
Yeah, but
Shouldn't
like
be
they are phones and watches and computers. Safari is not.
I mean, it's
anyway,
not
but
like
yeah,
they're
sure.
making the man emoji look like Tim Cook. If you follow the same reasoning, maybe you
That is
should.
true.
I wonder what
I
Tim
don't know.
Cook would look like with a mustache.
I don't know. You should ask him. Send him an email. Sometimes he
You
replies.
should just make a Tim Cook emoji and then put a mustache on it. Unicode 11 is what this is, by the way.
So next, these are bricks. These are bricks. The name is bricks.
The name is actually Brick,
Brick.
but that
Well,
counts.
Okay.
I don't know
well,
why
there's two
it's
of
called
them.
There are
Brick,
two of
and then
them.
they put 2 of them. I don't
Yeah.
really know why they did that,
Mm-hmm.
but there you go. There's
Alright.
2 of them.
Skateboard. I saw Tony Hawk retweet Jeremy about this.
Yeah, there's like a whole wild story about this.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this story?
I think I am.
Of Jeremy Burge and Tony Hawk. It's like, so there was an emoji that like Emojipedia made, I think it was for like their kind of default set when this got announced. And Tony Hawk was like really upset about it
Yeah, because it was like...
And then-
yeah.
because it was wrong. So then like they made another one which was based on his actual, like Tony Hawk's actual skateboard.
Yeah.
And now that this one, Tony Hawk approves.
Perfect. So the skateboard is correct.
It is indeed
Okay.
a skateboard.
Now this is a like a suitcase. But what concerns me is the stickers on top of it. It looks like This belongs to somebody who travels, because those are like stickers when you visit like parks or stuff like that. I think there's like I don't know, was that a mountain or a volcano or something? But also, so I don't know if there's a specific term for like a case for somebody who travels and goes to like parks. Is like a, I don't know, like an explorer case. So I'm just gonna go with suitcase as my answer.
I'm sorry.
Luggage. That's too bad.
I'm pleased they're adding this one, by the way.
Yeah.
This is one that like is something I look for all the time, you know?
Yeah. Dynamite?
Firecracker.
What's a firecracker?
It's like a firework type thing, but it's like a little thing and it just makes a bunch of like sparks.
Never seen
Like
one
that-
before.
like that
Never
sound.
seen one before.
You probably have, but it's like you're not sure what it is. I
thought it was dynamite too. I'm surprised.
it's very clearly dynamite, which is quite interesting, but it's a firecracker.
It's like the opposite of the gun becoming a water gun. This
Yes.
is a firecracker, but it looks like an actual weapon.
Stick of dynamite, yep.
So the next one is another Chinese thing, I think, and I'm torn between either red envelope or red letter. I think I remember this is something maybe, if I'm getting this right, it has to do with weddings.
No, it's Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year.
Yep.
Okay, so it was a celebration of some kind anyway. I'm gonna go with red envelope.
You are correct. It is red envelope.
Nice. Tennis ball.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Softball.
What's
For the game
It's got the
softball.
stitching. The red
Yeah.
stitching is the giveaway.
It's kind of like baseball, but with a softer ball.
so people do actually practice hiking and softball. This is
Yes.
something
Yes.
that people do.
Not
It's
at
like
the same time.
Not at the same
I
time.
mean, unless you're really good.
Now there's on these final three on these it appears a sports related section. There's two that are similar to me that look like discs. But I'm gonna go with the first one as frisbee.
I'm sorry, Federico.
What
This is
this?
called flying disc.
I
This is
think
a
frisbee's a
frisbee.
trademark. I think frisbee's
Yes,
a
it
trademark,
is.
so they couldn't
That's
use it.
why frisbee.
Really?
Interestingly,
Frisbee is a brand?
Yeah.
Frisbee
yeah.
is a brand.
like Kleenex is a
There
type
is
of tissue.
another product that the Frisbee company makes. For extra bonus points, can either of you name to me
I know what
the
it,
other
yeah.
product that
I think I know.
the Frisbee company makes?
I want to hear Federico first.
Is it cereal?
No, but you're closer than
they make
you think, really.
Do they make?
Do they make a soda of some kind?
They make pie pans.
Really? Is that you? But soda and pie pans. Is that what we're going with?
What is pie pans?
Yeah, like you make pie in them.
Okay, no, they make the AeroPress.
What?
What?
Come on.
Yeah,
Really?
seriously. Yeah,
So can you throw it and it comes back?
you can throw it.
Pie pans.
Yeah, Aerobee. They make Frisbee and the AeroPress.
Frisbee
Oh, wow.
Pie Company.
Wow.
All
The
right,
more you
I'm
know.
looking up Frisbee.
No,
to
what you're
understand.
thinking of is where Frisbees came from, and I
Oh,
think the
yeah.
first Frisbees were pie tins.
Yeah, so I'm not wrong. They made pie tins and now they make toys.
Yeah, but that's not.
It's the same.
That wasn't what we were going.
Bonus
with,
points for me.
I'm afraid.
Okay, so what? So he got that one incorrect.
Mhm.
Got it. Sorry, buddy.
So this is some kind of. It could be a bunch of things. Looks to me at first sight, it looked like some kind of empty cello. You know, the musical instrument with like a cello with a net for some reason, but it's not. I don't think it's that. So it should be some kind of sport. Also look like some kind of cleaning product for the house,
Yeah.
like a fancy broom.
These are all really good guesses.
Could
so
also
far.
be a paddle, like
Good.
of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
This is a paddle. This is a paddle for sports, but I'm just gonna go with
Sport paddle.
this is a paddle.
This is just called lacrosse.
What is the thing that rich people do?
That's the one.
So it's an actual. Is lacrosse the same as polo?
No.
Okay.
No, you're thinking of polo as the thing that rich people do.
Oh, really?
Lacrosse is a kind of violent game where is that net thing, the ball goes in there and you throw the ball. But it's like a team sport and there's like goalies and stuff.
Polo is the one with the horses, right?
Yes, it can be.
It can
Unless
be.
it's water polo, in which case the horses.
The horses
trouble.
are dead.
Nope.
Oh God.
Now, what is this? I have no idea what this is. So this could be, I think, a religious symbol, some kind of like mind's eye, or could be a weird egg, like a blue. Could be a blue egg. Could be like
laid by a weird fish.
Could be the egg of a weird fish. Honestly, because it's blue.
Yep.
I don't know, but this is an object because of the. It's not a symbol. It's got like lighting and like it's a 3D thing. So it's an object. It's a physical object.
Mm-hmm.
Seen from above, I suppose. But why is it like with the black circle and the light blue and white? So it must be like a precise, like an exact thing that people know. This is disc.
Okay. I'm going to give you the description of this before I tell you the name.
Okay.
An eye-shaped amulet believed to protect against the evil eye.
Man, I was
Generally
right.
appears as a blue glass bead with an eye made from the circles of white, light blue, and dark blue. A commonly seen item in Turkey. This is the Nazar amulet.
Well, I never would have said Nesa. Nazar.
Nazar.
Nazar,
It's also known as the evil eye talisman.
But I was right about the eye, though, so I was not completely.
You were also right about it kind of having a more like spiritual side to it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Puzzle piece.
Incorrect. It is simply called jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Why?
What is jigsaw?
'cause this is a jigsaw
what does
puzzle.
it mean? What's
a jigsaw is a saw. It is a type of electrical saw, which is what you would use to make a jigsaw puzzle. I guess I don't
So
know.
you
if that's
actually-
called
That's how they make them.
you just call it. You
it's
call
how
these
they
things
would
like
have been made.
like you don't say like today I'm gonna do a puzzle. You say today I'm gonna do a jigsaw puzzle. Is that how you say in English?
Sometimes, yeah.
I would just call
feel
it a puzzle.
like I don't have anything to back this up, but I feel like jigsaw puzzle involves a level of complexity that a regular puzzle doesn't have. Maybe that's just how I've interpreted it. But yes, it should be called puzzle piece, but it's not because
All right.
reasons, I guess.
So the next one.
Jigsaw
buddy.
puzzle is a
Jigsaw.
tiling puzzle that requires the assembly of often oddly shaped, interlocking, and tessellating pieces. And they were rectangular piece of wood and then cutting that picture into small pieces with a jigsaw, hence the name. So there you go. I was right.
The next one could be the character Ted from the horrible movie Ted with Mark Wahlberg.
Again, do you think that that they got another branded
I
emoji?
watched
in
that
there?
movie twice.
Okay.
Just to
That's on
for
you,
your
isn't it, I
information.
suppose?
Yes, this is a teddy bear.
It is in fact 100% a teddy bear.
Then, now this is one of those.
I am going to ask for specificity with this answer.
Ooh.
This is
I
one
know
of
what it
the one of the board things that people who have more brains than me play. So this could be chess, or could be. Well, actually, I know that other games like chess exists, but I don't know their names.
Like snakes and ladders.
like backgammon, for example, right? Like, I think it's kind of similar. I think you move rocks. You move like, I don't know what is the.
Is the only thing tying backgammon and chess together is that you move things?
You sit.
Candyland fits into that too.
You place a board on a surface, and you sit in front of somebody else, and you use your fingers to move things.
Can I? I think I know what piece it is. After he gets it wrong, I want to guess.
So this is a chess.
I haven't looked at the
This is a
list.
chess piece, but what type? So
Yeah, this is what I'm asking.
from watching Harry Potter, I know that there's well, I know the Italian names, so that's too bad. Like in Italian, we
Don't
would
give
say,
me that.
All right, so there's the tower, there's the knight, there's the. Who's the chessmate? Is it chessmate? It's the chessmate is not a character.
That's your friend who plays chess.
The chessmate is a move. It's not.
Checkmate. It's not chessmate.
Chessmate, I got you.
Checkmate. That's how you call it.
Checkmate. Yeah. Chessmate. Chessmate. Chess, comma, mate.
Chessmate.
Come on, give me the answer.
This is not the archer. Is it? Is there an archer in
No.
chess?
Give me an answer, Federico.
This is the tower. Chess piece tower.
Chess piece tower. Stephen, do you want to go?
It's the pawn.
It is the pawn. It is a
The
chess
what?
pawn.
I know how
Pawn.
to play chess.
P-A-W-N. Pawn.
Like a pawn shop.
It's the most common piece. It's actually spelled the same as a pawn shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
P-A-W-N. Yeah.
All right. So next up,
I feel like we're entering. I feel like the rest of this row is like some easy ones, and then with a couple of really hard ones mixed in.
Really hard ones. Yeah. Really hard.
this
ones.
one is the prehistoric calculator.
Yeah, it's PCalc beta. Really.
I'm just gonna adapt the Italian name. I don't know if it exists in English. Could be also the Latin name that works in every language. This is an abacus.
It is, in fact, an abacus.
Nice.
Nice work.
The receipt. This is interesting. It says July 17, which is the same date as the calendar. And if you look closely, it says Misfits, Square Pegs, and the Round Holes, which is the, Think Different
Oh, nice.
Apple campaign.
Very nice.
And they're all free because
they're all free.
California.
Now, I'm going to go with receipt as the name because it's right there in the
Literally
emoji.
printed on the emoji.
on the emoji.
Is it receipt?
It is, in fact, a receipt.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Next up is the thing that my plumber has when he comes to visit. This is a toolbox.
It is, in fact, a toolbox. Yes.
I was wondering where that was going.
What was it?
He comes to my house and just crying, screaming.
This is not. What's it called?
That is the question.
You
really.
know when you
Yeah.
no, but when you a hoof. When the with the horse. This is not a hoof. This is a magnet, right?
It is a magnet. Yeah,
But-
it's not.
but
it's
people
not a
but people do.
horseshoe, is what you're thinking.
But people
of.
do put magnets on
On horses.
horses, right?
Yeah.
No, they
And so
don't.
they
No.
can walk up the sides of buildings.
Come on.
Federico, they're
People-
not the same. You know this, right? I just want to double check that you know that horseshoes and magnets are not the same thing.
They're not magnets?
No.
Wha-
This
whoa.
is called a horseshoe magnet because of the shape, not because horses get magnet feet.
Oh.
Although that would be cool.
What do you think they're doing with the magnets?
I just thought it was like for better grip or something. I don't know. Like on asphalt, like when you
What if they're walking down the sidewalk
but
and there's
when-
a metal grate?
no,
they
but
just
like-
get stuck. They can't move.
like when you I just thought that maybe for some reason like when you're parading with horses sometimes in Italy like the police they do parades with horses and I
Yeah.
thought that maybe magnets right under their feet helped with like better grip on I don't know why I thought that. That was
Do you
that was a
know,
mistake.
Federico, how horseshoes are put on the feet of horses?
With glue.
with nails.
Ooh, really?
Yep, they
Yeah.
nailed them in.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be cruel to do glue, really.
See, magnets will be
All
better.
magnets.
Magnets they would just stick to the horse.
No,
Horses aren't metal.
because
What is happening? Can we just go to the next one? Next.
Next is flask. This is a flask.
no, it is a test tube.
I'm disappointed.
It's not a flask. Flasks don't look like that.
Flasks are broader at the bottom than
You're
the top.
right.
Test
Yeah.
tube is the
You're
same
right.
size all the way down.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Science, that I got this wrong.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the next one could be
Hot hands.
either really weird old-fashioned with some kind of mints
Oh my
inside.
God. Mince old fashioned. How did you guess?
Could
Why is
be
it
could be
pink?
the thing that doctors use to test like bacteria.
Mm.
And it has like, I know that it has a name that sounds like a person's name in Italian, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Oh yeah.
I
just-
think
ju-
this is a petri dish.
Yes.
What's it called
Yeah.
in English though?
Petri?
Petri. Okay.
Petri.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Nice. Now this could be also in like, this is the science row. So, like at a glance, it looked like at first I thought it was like the Hamburglar mask.
Whoa.
I think it's the DNA.
Wow.
It's DNA. This is DNA. It's not a mask. This is DNA.
I'll never know how you ever guessed the correct name, Hamburglar mask. No, it's DNA.
It's DNA.
It's DNA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have the fire extinguisher, which, funnily enough, contains the fire emoji.
Yeah, that's some
Oh.
emojiception.
That's,
Wow,
that's
yeah.
an emoji within an emoji.
Now, they could
Yep.
have done one more and done the cross through emoji on top of the fire emoji.
Yeah, because that just makes it look like it's full of fire.
Yeah, it's a
Which is
fire.
not
ball.
what you want from a fire
it's a fire
extinguisher.
distributor. It's not a fire extinguisher.
Yes, that is in fact
man.
the fire extinguisher.
Good job.
Now, because I got it wrong before, I'm gonna say this is liquid soap. It's
no,
not.
it is lotion. It's a lotion bottle.
No, this is soap. You don't put lotion in these things.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you
you
do.
do in
No,
fact
no,
do
no,
that.
no.
yeah.
This
And
is
you can
the-
tell it's lotion because it's like white and creamy
You
colored.
need to tell. You need to tell Apple there's been a mistake. This is liquid soap. This is
This
not a
emoji
lotion.
is a mistake for a bunch of reasons and is going to get used with some awkward pairings, I think.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
moving on from there.
This one.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
yeah.
The
Okay.
current score 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40,
Man,
49 correct. And 15, 18 incorrect.
All right, I
So
wanna.
you're doing really
You've
well.
done really well so far. You've done really well.
I wanna break 50.
Okay.
Okay, so the next two are similar to me.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky.
The first one is yarn. No,
Incorrect.
it's a spool.
Incorrect.
It's spool something.
No, it's incorrect. It's thread.
And the next one is yarn.
The next one is yarn.
Okay. Thread and yarn. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have paper clip,
Safety pin.
safety pin. Oh, it's not a paper clip. You're right.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Safety pin. Usually for...
This is the Nimbus 2000 from Harry Potter. But I'm afraid that
done.
Apple just chose broom as a
broom. Yes.
broom.
It is broom.
Now-
yes.
This could be really sad or really tasty.
Oh, no.
So it could be
no.
a basket where a baby was abandoned,
Uh-huh.
like Harry Potter, for example.
Are you rereading Harry Potter? What is going on?
No. I just got caught up on the whole controversy with Nagini and the actress playing Nagini. And it's a whole thing.
I'm not familiar.
I am very much in tune with the Harry Potter community.
Turns out
This is a could be, I said tasty because it could be a picnic basket, like where I would never do this, but I hear that sometimes people go on picnics and eat food publicly, like in an open space, and they put food in a basket, or it could be a laundry basket.
it could be. So what are you going to go with?
Is it full of food, or is it full of dirty clothes, or is it full of babies?
Or Harry Potter.
But it's next to the toilet paper. It feels like this is the cleaning section.
Okay.
So this is a laundry basket.
You dream too big, my friend. It's just basket.
Oh my god. I shouldn't have been that specific.
I know. You gave 3 different things. They all had one word in them. Basket.
Next one is toilet paper.
It is actually roll of paper.
No, this is toilet paper. Come on.
I think that's.
No, I know what the emoji is.
I think that's incorrect.
It is a roll of paper. You don't know the scale, though, right?
Yeah, that could be
That's
like
the
a paper in a factory to make books or something.
Could be.
Or
I don't think
it
that's
could be
perforated,
it could be a huge roll of paper that a llama could use if it's
Exactly, because
They
llamas
have
are
a lot
massive.
of documents to work on.
All right, so
Llama
final 3.
documents.
Man, I really did I break? I feel like I broke 50 though.
We'll see.
So this is the infinity symbol, also
Yeah,
known
infinity.
as the infinity. Okay, so also the logo of the loop. Go Jim. But it's infinity. So what is this? This is some kind of international flag. Is this the UN flag? Or
It is the UN flag.
UN
it is the
flag.
UN flag. I decided to just stop you on that one before. Yeah, it's the United Nations flag.
And next is the pirate flag.
Correct, pirate flag. So you've done it. You got through all of them. Stephen, what is the final score?
It is 54 correct, 22 incorrect.
You did a good job.
That's not too bad.
Not at all.
Yeah. This was fun. Also, some of these names don't make any sense, such as what's the weird fish name again? Microbe.
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 And the roll of paper that should be toilet paper, and the what's the other one that didn't make the pawn thing that should have just been called chess piece. Also liquid soap, that should just be liquid soap, not lotion. But overall, I feel like maybe with the exception of 5 of these silly names, most of them actually make sense. Oh, there's the other one, the polo one. What's a lacrosse?
Lacrosse.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would get that as lacrosse off the bat, though. It's a pretty well-known sport in a lot of countries, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have several, it's a thing, so.
Interesting. Okay.
Good job, though.
I think it is more popular in America than anywhere else. Though,
I think so.
I feel like.
Yeah. And you're right. It is brutal. Those guys can hurl those balls out of those things at a terrifying speed.
It is a dangerous sport.
So, but good job, buddy. Good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Today's episode is also brought to you by our friends at Casper, the company focused on sleep, dedicated to making you exceptionally comfortable one night at a time. You spend a third of your life sleeping. If you spent a third of your life doing anything, surely you'd want it to be the best it could possibly be. That's why you need Casper. Their mattresses are perfectly designed for humans, with engineering to soothe and support your natural geometry. Casper mattresses have all the right support in all the right places. So what goes into making a Casper mattress so comfortable? They combine multiple supportive memory foams to give you a quality mattress that has just the right sink and bounce. Their mattresses are designed and developed in the US, and their breathable design helps to regulate your body temperature throughout the night. And with over 20,000 reviews and an average rating of 4.8 stars, Casper is very quickly becoming the internet's favorite mattress. You can be sure of your purchase with Casper's 100-night risk-free sleep-on-it trial. They deliver directly to your door, and if for any reason you don't love it, Casper has a hassle-free return policy. Stephen Hackett, how much do you love your Casper mattress?
It is excellent. I've spoken about this before, but in the South, it gets hot. And a lot of mattresses you kind of sink into and you get too warm, but the Casper is just right where you stay comfortable year-round. I could invite as many llamas and weird fishes as I want to, and everybody would be nice and comfy.
You can get $50 towards select mattresses by going to casper.com/connected and using the code connected at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. That's casper.com/connected and the offer code connected. Our thanks to Casper for their support of this show and Relay FM. So I have a request for our listeners. I have long been a user of the app Droppler, or the service Droppler. I use it when I'm on my Mac to take screenshots of things to easily share them with people, and I also use it as a way to like share PDFs and stuff like that, right? That's the thing that I do. I had been using their iOS app that hadn't been updated for a while on my old phone, and it was like it hadn't been updated for the 10 screen or whatever, but I kind of didn't really care too much because I just used the action extension and it all worked there, and I would like upload a PDF, it would give me a URL, I could share it with someone, super easy. I tried to log into that app when I got my new phone and it wouldn't work, and it turns out that app is no longer developed and they have a new app. But the new app doesn't have an action extension or share extension, either of the two, to upload something from anywhere. And it seems to only allow for image uploading now, which is not always what I want. I want to be able to have this like agnostic service. You can, like even on the Mac still, like you can upload files to it, you can upload text to it, you can screen record, there's loads of stuff you can do. But it feels like that the iOS app is kind of crap now, honestly. Like they took a bunch of functionality out of it for reasons that I can't fully understand. So I've been a Droppler Pro subscriber for a long time, but I'm looking for something else now because this doesn't really seem to be what I want anymore. So if anybody has a better app or service to recommend to me, then Droppler. Like I want something that does this kind of thing, right? That is like a file bucket. I don't particularly want to like upload a bunch of stuff to my Dropbox or whatever. Like it's not really what I want to do. People in the chat room, Pastor Boy is recommending Dropshare, so maybe I'll check that out.
I used to use Dropshare for image uploads to my CDN, though. I don't think you want to set up a CDN.
I just upload stuff to the Mac Stories CDN all the time and share it.
Oh, okay.
It works great. It's really fast.
Interesting.
So I want it to be a full service. Like I don't want to have to set up something myself somewhere that it's feeding from, right? Like Droppler is like a whole thing. I don't want to, so like this is the thing, you own the data. I don't care about that. Like I don't want to have to set anything up ideally. I just want a service that I could just upload stuff to and it just give me a link. That's ideally what I want. And I don't really care about owning the content as such because it's not stuff that typically is very important to me.
Yeah, Droppler is just I've used it since I logged into my account when you're talking since 2011. And
yeah,
it's
me too, something like that.
It's a great little thing. It's like, hey, I just need to share this image somewhere that I can't upload it directly, right? So like I've done it with really big images to send people, like, hey, go download this, or text. Like it's just really helpful. But the Mac app isn't very good, and their prices have only gone up over the years. If you need a pro account, like I'm with you, I'd like to explore other options. So maybe you'll follow up on this next week.
And you don't
know.
Want to use Dropbox for this?
I don't want to use Dropbox, no, because I don't want to have to clean out this folder every now and then. Like I just want a service that I kind of don't care about. Like most of this stuff is usually just junk, really. Like it's not stuff that I need to keep. It's like a little screenshot of something funny, or his little screenshot just to show someone something. Like I'm not looking for a thing that I have to do any maintenance to. Because otherwise, like I have things that I share with Dropbox links, but they're like very specific, you know? That's not what I'm looking for here. So I welcome alternatives.
Cool. So we'll check back in on that. Shortcuts continues to make itself known across the iOS ecosystem. Sweep the App Store nation. The Apple Store app has gained shortcut support. So if you are on the iPhone upgrade program and you do your pre-approval, you can set a Siri shortcut to order an iPhone XR here in just a couple of weeks, which is pretty cool. So you can just say, hey Siri, drop the cash, and an iPhone XR will be heading your way.
If it works.
So I want to know, Federico, does this change the approved Ticci method of ordering?
We have to see how it works in practice. Because I don't want to be in a situation where it's a new feature and maybe it doesn't work well. Maybe Apple didn't actually test it at scale, and maybe you launch the shortcut and the app just hangs for like 30 seconds or stuff like that. So if you're brave enough to test this for the iPhone XR when it comes out, please do let us know. Maybe we could update the official Ticci pre-ordering system with new guidelines. I know
you just be up at 2:00 in the morning yelling at Siri repeatedly till your phone order goes through.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Right, but my thought is that like you could set it up, because I don't do it, because you have basically to get this, you have to go through the iPhone upgrade program to even get the ability to save the shortcut. But like, what if it was in the Shortcuts app? It's just a button that you press and then your phone's ordered.
just a button, yeah. But if you want to try the voice command, and if you don't live alone, my recommendation will be that you need, and if you live in a time zone where it's night, my recommendation would be to wear nice pajamas, wake up 15 minutes earlier, leave the house, leave the house.
Oh, whoa.
Go in your car or outside so that you can issue the Siri command without waking up your partner or your children or your dog. So you just got to leave the house 15 minutes earlier and issue the command outside. You don't want to wake other people with your Siri commands and with your Siri output. Siri is very loud on the iPhone at night. So just leave the house and please take your keys, because then you got to go back. So we'll see. I know that our friend John Voorhees is going to try this method for science. Not because I forced him to do this in any way. It's not going to write an article about this, or a short thing for the club. It's not. So he just wants to do it, and he will do it.
He can't wait.
He can't wait to do it. In fact, so we'll follow up on this with the XR. And I, in all seriousness, though, I'm surprised that Apple is doing this, but also I think it's a nice way to sell the idea of a custom shortcut to people. Like, set up your Siri shortcut with your voice, and you can do this practical thing. You can save time with this new feature that we have in iOS 12. I think it's a really nice touch. Asterisk if it works. So, kind of skeptical on that.
And last thing I wanted to just mention today, business chat has like expanded again. Business chat is like, it's a way for you to talk to businesses in iMessage, and it's branded, right? Is that kind of the top level of what business chat is?
I don't know why you find this so funny, but yes, that's what it is.
Why? Who said I found it funny?
You had a funny accent in your voice. You had a funny backdrop going on.
Because it was just okay. It's now available in more countries.
I know that you do.
I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny.
Sure.
It's not funny. It's useful. I just didn't know how to describe it.
I can feel your sarcasm from over here. You said it's useful. You said it's useful with a very sarcastic voice.
No, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is useful. Sure. I have no doubt about the usefulness of business chat. Now I can't help it. But what? You tell the story then. I don't care anymore. I'm out of it.
Nobody cares. I
thought it was useful.
I didn't say it was useful. I said you were sarcastic, and I was right. It's a way to talk to business.
See? It's funny.
It's a way to, like, if you want to, like, for support things, for example, or if you, like, support requests, if you want to get in touch with a company about your order, like you're tracking, like, a package that needs to be delivered, or if you have any general question, the theory would be, instead of sending an email or using one of those proprietary real-time chat systems that you often see on web pages, you can use iMessage. And in theory, the convenience of iMessage and all, the privacy and the encryption, and Apple sold this idea, I think it was actually 2 years ago at this point, as like the next level of business chat is that it would be integrated with Safari results. So you could type in like the name of a store in the Safari address bar, and you would get like an iMessage icon, and you would tap that icon and start chatting with the business, with the store right away. But also companies that offer, so you can see why this was 2 years ago, companies that offered full-blown iMessage apps could integrate those apps, like data from those apps with business chat. So of course iMessage apps mostly ended up being stickers. I know that there's useful iMessage apps, but honestly I don't think they gained any meaningful traction. But the news is that business chat has now expanded to more countries. I think 30 companies worldwide, always on, and you can now use it if your favorite business supports it. And I tried to use it. There's a company in Italy called Buddy Bank, because they're your friends, but they're also a bank. And I was not familiar with this company before. So what I did is I just Googled what Buddy Bank does, and I just sent a generic question about it. Like, can you give me information about your credit card? And for some reason, either I got it wrong or the person on the other end was not really good at their job. But they told me that they don't work with those credit cards, which is interesting.
Ciao, buddy. They call you buddy.
They said ciao, buddy in the message, and it looked like iMessage. Like you get this special iMessage background, like the.
But is it in iMessage? Like it's in the Messages app?
It's in the Messages
cool.
app. Mm-hmm. It's in the Messages app. You get like this special background with the color of the title bar of the iMessage UI is the color of decided by the company. So with the Buddy Bank chat, it was like a blue window in iMessage. Your messages are gray instead of blue, even though you're using iMessage. You're not using SMS or your carrier data. You're using like plain iMessage. But yeah, it was just straight iMessage. You get the read receipt. You don't get the read receipts. I think you get the delivered information. But then it lives alongside your other conversations in the Messages app. And also, I tried, like, after the body couldn't answer my question, I said, okay, thank you. And then I sent them my emoji as a sticker because I thought it was funny. I thought, I can emoji a bank. I can see what happens. But I got no response, which is really disappointing.
Boring.
That was, you act all friendly on, body this and body that. And then you don't even send me a thumbs up.
I try and be friends with you, and you
I'm
won't
trying to
even...
be your buddy. It's right there. Like, I'm the buddy, you're the bank, and we're both buddies. But no response. To be fair, the emoji probably didn't even get delivered to the business chat backend because they use a web service, and I'm pretty sure that they don't get the stickers from emoji in their, they're because these companies are using some kind of dashboard that integrates with the business chat API. So it's not like they have a giant iMessage screen. Like, it's not like a guy with an iPhone on the other end just chatting with you in his free time. They have like integrations with third-party like business products and all the kind of enterprisey type of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even see my emoji. So,
well, if they use apps though, I bet they did see it.
Yeah, you think so?
Like, I bet it's just a web view for them.
Why didn't they just reply?
Well, maybe
then?
it's not. I don't know. Because
they could have said, I don't know, you look nice. Your emoji is nice.
See you later, cool buddy.
Nice emoji, buddy. Something like that.
They probably thought, this guy's good at guessing emoji names. That's probably where they left it.
Well, they were right, because I am. Turns out.
Sure, he really is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Feels like it.
I think that's it.
So.
I think that's it.
All right. Thank you for checking out this episode of Connected. If you want to find links to the stuff we spoke about, and of course, the image of those emojis so you can play along. Although I guess it's over now, so maybe you missed your chance. But if you want to see them, there's a link over at relay.fm/connected/212. You can get in touch with us there via email. or you can find us. You can find us elsewhere on the internet. Myke hosts a bunch of shows here at Relay FM, and he is on Twitter as iMyke. You can find Federico on Twitter as Viticci, Viticci. He's the editor and chief of MacStories.net. You can find me as ISMH on Twitter, and I write 512pixels.net. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Pingdom, Casper, and Hover. Until next time, gentlemen, say goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Cheerio.
Adios.